Welcome to the Conversation Colons podcast. I'm your host, Damien, my co-host, Jared.
What's up, guys?
Jared looking all fresh and dapper, with
Hey,
the
let's
trim.
go.
Why don't you take us into Brewskis of the week?
All right, here I've got some good old pure concentrated fucking water.
Now,
And
Jared's attitude seems a little down because
no,
he just worked a 12-hour shift.
I'm fine. I don't know what
Yes.
you're talking about.
So a little bit of a switch up this week because Jared's not drinking anything alcoholic, but I got a Smirnoff Ice. There you go.
Everything's wrong.
Everything in this world is right.
Just-
Getting out the crown. Nice. Yeah. Not too hot right now.
I don't like it warm.
And about my lighting situation, I know it's a little dim than normal. My main light in my room, that's like right here, went out, and it takes a specific bulb, and I haven't found it yet. I need to go to Walmart tomorrow. So it's weird. It's not like a normal, like, how they're like thicker that screw in. Like, how this is,
Thinner.
yeah, how this is usually the thickness, let's say. It's
Yeah,
like this thin.
yeah. There's fuck, all kinds of
No,
shit
I know.
that fix
Um,
that.
but it's literally, for whatever reason, that socket is different from everything else in the house. Because everything else in the house uses the same size socket besides this room for whatever fucking reason. Um,
Interesting.
so I have a random lamp from the living room back there. I turn this on just to have some backlight, which I should probably do this to help, I guess. Yeah, I guess that looks fine. And then I have like light here, and then I have a really dim light right here. And so I'm trying to figure it out, but hopefully it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, I'll insert the setup tour right now. Jared, let's get into the podcast. Uh One of the big things I wanted to talk about was Back for Blood has its closed beta this week. And then next week, I think it starts the 12th, is the open beta. I've been watching a lot of footage of it. The game looks incredible. Um, I didn't really know a lot going into it, like how they were building the characters. But so when you complete a level, depending on your character, you get like these cards that you can choose. And like one card might be you revive faster, or you get 5% meds, or you get 5% melee damage, 10%. And so you get to pick 4 cards per round. So you can actually like really build your character. And this is after each clear. What's also cool is the zombies also get cards that I believe you get to choose. So it might be like the tanks have 25% more health or do 25% more damage. So there's like 4 that you get to pick, whatever. Anyways, so as you progress, it's harder and harder because you're both your group, and the monster or the zombies are leveling up together. Um,
Oh,
which I didn't know was a thing. I didn't really pay attention to that, which seems really cool. Um, but yeah, it looks great. I love that you can finally aim down sights in one of these games. It's that's one of my biggest things for Left 4 Dead. Like, I just want to aim down sights with the AK and the SCAR, but you can't. Um, and this one you finally can. You can customize the weapons a little bit. Then they showed off their multiplayer mode, their PvP mode, and so the way it works is like I don't remember how many rounds it takes to win, but it's 4v4, I think. And so one side spawns as like humans, and you have like 30 seconds to go around this map and find weapons, build defenses and shit. And the other 4 get to pick between like 12 different zombies. And the zombies are all different. Like, some of them are ones that you need to use from afar because they have like 25 health. Then they have the tank classes. But you have to. When I was watching the video, these guys were playing it really cool because the humans were outside, and so they played the spitter characters to push them inside. So when one of them died, he would change to a tank, and then they would charge the house like that. It's really cool. So every time someone wins, you swap places. Um, and I think that's in the beta, so you should be able to play that. But that seems really fun. I don't know how much I'll play of that, but I mean, obviously, we're very excited for the PVE part of it. Um, what are some hopes you have for this game, Jared?
Well, I know shit. I know that we've talked about this a little bit, both on and off the podcast. And one of the things I'm hoping that they do is just keep the feel of the weapons, uh, like feeling consistent. And I know that sounds weird to say, but with like Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, the guns felt like they stayed. It's not. I don't know how to word this. They stayed the same, but not in a bad way. Like everything that was good about them stayed pretty much that way. So I'm hoping that they keep the guns feeling the same because that's what kind of made the first few games great. And I know this isn't Left 4 Dead; it's Back for Blood, but I hope that it still feels similar. And if I remember correctly, the zombies are going to be a lot different than what they were in like Left 4 Dead, aren't they? Like more mutated or whatever,
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
the systems that the zombies work in is pretty cool. So, um, the zombies have randomized spawns, which is cool, and you can cause hordes randomly.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
so like in the maps, there's like these flock of birds, and if you walk by them too fast, you will cause a horde. Also, one of the cards, which was cool, was like these challenge cards, and one of them was no matter what, every 2 minutes a new horde comes. No matter where you are, every 2 minutes a new horde spawns.
that'd be
And
fucking sick.
that's cool because the people who were playing it, they were fighting the horde that spawned, and then they hit birds, which spawned another horde. And by the time they were finished with the second horde, the third one spawned because of the 2 minute timer. So it was just nonstop going.
See, that kind of reminds me of like World War Z
Right. Yeah. 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 So they kind
with
of
the
work the
horde.
same, I believe. Um,
Well, that's what I was gonna say was with it being slightly different in terms of the infected. I'm hoping that the actual, um, Christ, the like the computer or the AI, the hardware, however it is that they code in these new zombies. I hope that they feel a little bit smarter because I feel like in the past you could very noticeably see, especially in like the first Left 4 Dead, you could see like a spitter or the smoker, like they would do, or I guess it was the smoker for the first game, but they would like do like very obvious like 90-degree turns or angle, like
yeah.
run up and go sideways. Like I hope that feels a little bit more smooth, a little bit more natural. Not that it has to be because when you're playing a zombie game, you really just fucking point and shoot and have fun. But it would be nice to have a little bit more immersion into it feeling a little bit more real.
Yeah. And it seems like they're kind of doing that. I like because Left 4 Dead 2 has the issue one where like when you played it once, you've played it before. So yeah, when you go in, you might use a few different weapons, but it's mainly the same feel. But now when you go and do a run through these missions or whatever, like it's truly gonna be different because maybe you're gonna build a character a different way, or maybe you want to build your guns a different way, or your modifiers are different for the zombies. So it is gonna be very different. Um, so we'll see how that turns out. So yeah, the open beta is next week, I believe. So we'll be playing it. But I forget who I
Yep.
watched. I think IGN has a video of them playing it. And then there's been a few other people who have been posting. But from what I've been reading, people are really enjoying it.
Well, I was gonna say I can't believe I've missed all this information because I've been watching a shit ton more gaming related like YouTube videos and stuff. Because I mean, let you guys know I've been going back to the gym, got back in that routine. And a lot of times I do like the fucking stair climbers or treadmill, and I'll do it for like about a half hour. And so I watch a couple videos in there, like a couple 10-minute videos. And I've been watching a ton of stuff. Like I saw a bunch about Halo. I saw stuff about Dead Space. And I can't believe I haven't seen anything about the Back for Blood stuff. So
Yeah,
it's interesting here that this beta is coming because I mean that was something when we first saw it. I was super excited.
right.
So hopefully it's fun.
Yep. And speaking of Halo, uh, move right into that. They had their technical alpha, beta. I don't know if they were calling it an alpha or beta.
Wasn't it multiplayer beta
Yeah,
test or
well, it
alpha
was
release or
technical
something?
something. Um,
Oh, was it? Okay.
yeah. So I think it was like 3 or 4 maps you got to play on. Use basically all the weapons in the game. Um, you would go up against bots with your teammates, so you could be on a team with other people, but you'd be going up against bots. And I watched a ton of it. I think it looks all right. Um, I think obviously it's an alpha, and they said it's an older build. I don't like how the running looks. It looks very clunky. And what I love about Halo is its like floaty feel. Like Reach, like when you play like Reach or like even 4, like it feels floaty. Like when you jump, you can feel like kind of there being less gravity. It's hard to explain. Um the movement just always felt good, and the sprint in this game looks weird. The slide also looks really weird. And I'd rather it look weird and feel clunky than being broken like Call of Duty. So if I have to pick my poison, I'd rather have option A. Prefer just not to have a slide in Halo at all, but I understand why they put it in there. Um, the guns look dope. I mean, a lot of obviously all of them are, or most of them are ones we've seen before. Uh, Sniper looks great. Some of the new weapons they have like this kind of like a saw from Halo 4 and the assault rifle mixed together.
Or the
Um,
commando.
yeah, the Commando is what it's called. And that one looks like it's gonna be a beast in multiplayer because if you tap fire it, the damage is just nuts. You don't have to worry about the recoil. We'll see. The maps are kind of whatever. From what I saw, I didn't get invited to it, unfortunately. But they'll be doing more, I believe. So, what did you think of what you saw, if you saw anything?
Well, that's what I was gonna say is I actually didn't watch much about it. I actively avoided gameplay. Well, I should say I actively avoided most gameplay because there were a lot of people who posted shit, and I was like, all right, this seems a little bit clickbaity, or all right, this seems a little bit much. Like, I don't want to see this much of it. All in all, I believe I've seen maybe like 4 to 5 minutes of total Halo Infinite stuff. Um, I did watch a bunch of people talking about the game with like a little clip on repeat in the background. There was a lot of that kind of stuff, but the total gameplay that was like new people like playing it, it was not much. Uh, one thing actually was the sprint. A lot of people were talking about the sprint, and how they think that they kind of like solved sprinting in Halo because the way that they're putting it is like, yes, the sprint is slower than it is in like previous game stuff, but they're doing that is more of a utility for the slide. Like that apparently the sprinting is like not meant to be it, I forget how the person who I was watching worded it, but they only have sprinting in to make sliding an option. Otherwise, the sprinting is like not very fast compared to normal movement, which is something
Right.
they were apparently planning, which I don't have a problem with. The sliding, I didn't see much of it other than like a little clip of this guy talking about it. I did see a little bit about the wrap. Oh my god, the armor abilities like active camo or the
Right. Yeah.
power up,
How
like
how you
the
can pick them up and stuff.
overshield,
Yeah.
how you pick them up, and how it's like actually like people can see on you, like if you have it, there's like a little glowing
Yeah.
bit. And I really like that. I feel like it's gonna, make people pay a little bit more attention to what people are carrying, what you're up against. I've seen a bunch of videos. I've not watched any because I kind of want to experience it for myself, but I've seen a ton of videos of people saying AR versus Commando overpowered question mark, AR too OP, Commando super bad, like all these things. So I've
Yeah.
got a taste of it, but I I'm trying, and I know Damien and I kind of talked about this when we were playing Zero Hour. Uh, I'm trying desperately to just avoid things all like most things Halo Infinite related. Not everything, because I want to get a little bit of taste of what's going on. I want to know what's going on here and there, but I'm trying to avoid it because I want to just get in and experience it naturally.
Right.
And I feel like people are a little bit too critical of a game that's not out yet,
Right.
especially because it's like my favorite game. Um, all in all, I have to say that from what I have seen, it looks fun. I mean, it makes me want to play it. As a matter of fact, I've been playing a ton of Halo Reach. I've been playing a ton of Halo 3, a little bit of Halo 4, like all multiplayer and campaigns and stuff recently. And so I'm ready to play this game. Like I want to do it. But I am concerned that they're gonna listen way too much to people's bitching and complaining and change things that shouldn't probably be changed. Like, when I think back, like, Halo Reach came out, they gave us what we got, and then, like, things weren't really changed in terms of damage or movement speed, like, little tweaks here and there, and I'm worried that people are gonna be like, "Oh, the commando's too much. Alright, nerf it." Like it's
Oh
Call
my
of Duty or
god.
something,
Yep.
or yeah, and I don't want that for a Halo game, because if
Right.
that's what's gonna happen, I'm not gonna play the multiplayer in a Halo. But if
Yeah.
they just keep shit relatively normal, then I'll do it.
Yeah. I
So that's
just
pretty
feel
much
like
how I feel about it.
when it comes to the sprinting and sliding thing, it's not more about like, I think the animation needs to be fixed. I
Oh,
guess is a
for
better
sure.
way to put it.
It because it looks clunky. It makes
It
making
looks
it feel
weird
clunky.
when you're sprinting, and sliding
Mhm.
looks even weirder. And from what people are saying, it feels weird. So I don't know how it feels, but from everyone I watched, they were like, the sliding and sprinting is just not it. Which, you know what? That's Halo's never really been about sprinting and sliding, so I kind of prefer that. But yeah, from everything I see, this game is free to play, so it for a free to play multiplayer, it looks pretty good. The question is though, because there's a game that's really popular right now called Splitgate, which Jared, me and you played when that game launched,
It was
and
like fucking pre-alpha or something we played it.
yeah, that's like the number one game people are playing, and that game's hella fun. It's Halo with portals, and
Yep.
it will be interesting to see if when Halo Infinite launches, the comparisons between those two, because even the developers of Splitgate are pretty open. They're like, we love Halo. We built this game because we thought Halo needed this. And the game is super popular right now. So it'll be interesting to see how the comparisons will be for these two games, especially since they're both free to play.
Yeah.
Which one Halo fans will probably gravitate towards. But yeah, one of the last like comments I have about that is, I hate when games go for like a super, like Halo has more of a realistic vibe right now, multiplayer. Like it just look hard to say. It just looks cleaner, I guess. There's no color. Put some color in this bitch. Everything's grays. The map, like the map that they released first day, which is like a training ground thing for Sergeant Johnson or whatever, is just all gray. And I get in the lore and like I understand that, but it's a multiplayer map. Like, make it colorful, because what happens is when you play that map over and over again, naturally you get tired of it because there's nothing popping. Yeah, it's just one of those things. There's a whole fucking analysis about that. I'll link a YouTube video where they talk about colors in video games versus not. Um, but yeah, Halo looks good. I think that's November. Probably gonna drop. Um, in that busy season that we are going through. Uh, second to well, we still have a few more things. Call of Duty Vanguard, which is Call of Duty World War II Part 2, is being teased in Warzone or in Season 5. There's a bunch of shit that's being teased with a name, so that's probably going to be the name of the game in October, November, whatever. No one really cares. Destiny will have full crossplay in Season 15, which is the next season, which comes out in 20-something days, I believe.
Holy
Maybe
shit.
maybe even less. So it works like COD. So if you're playing multiplayer, if you're on console, you'll only be matched up with console players. But if you play with someone who's on PC, whether they're using a controller or not, you'll play PC players.
Hmm.
And Stadia is also in that as well, but Stadia will be matched up with console players. And that will be next season. It'll be the same thing. They're changing how the names will look. You'll have to redo your name or whatever, and their Bungie tag is what they're calling it. So we'll see how that does. There's a bunch of new nerfs that they're doing to all the classes. They're buffing some the top tree gunslinger. They're buffing Titan Slam, which okay. They're buffing Arc Strider, and then they nerfed all 3 of Warlock's classes.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah. Now we haven't talked about Destiny much here. It's been, we're still into it, but it's just been one of those times where it's like we're gonna go play something else because there's not really much happening.
Absolutely.
Love the game, but you can only play because the season story ended, 2-3 weeks ago. So now it's just like you're just playing the same things over and over again just to play it. And once you play it enough, you don't need to do it. Um,
And it sucks because I feel like we got out of it just at the wrong time because they just did Solstice, and I fucking love Solstice, and I didn't play, like, more than a day of it, and I was so annoyed because they had the armor looked nice, the gun looked cool, and I got the gun, and I just stopped playing, and
well,
I kept
and this is
thinking,
the
"I need to go in
final
there and
Iron
get their
Banner
armor."
that's coming up this week.
Really?
Hmm?
For how long?
Till next season.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Yep. Um,
Huh.
a lot of shit's happening in Destiny. So that's cool to keep updated on. I don't know if we talked about this because we didn't have a podcast last week, but it was kind of rumored. Horizon Forbidden West, the Horizon Zero Dawn sequel, is delayed till next year.
Uh,
So Sony's big exclusive. So I think literally PlayStation this year so far that's been announced at least has Ghost of Tsushima's director's cut and Death Stranding director's cut, and that's it. So pretty light. Um, there's that. I don't know if you've been following it. I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast. Um, I think they're called Blue Box. Yeah, Blue Box. They are working on a new game exclusive for the PS5, and they've been teasing it as Silent Hill. I don't think it's Silent Hill, but there's been so many rumors about Silent Hill being made by a bunch of different companies.
hmm.
They did a weird thing. They're making you download this app on your PlayStation 5 to watch the trailer on August 10th, and it's like a in-game rendered footage thing. I think, yeah, it's right here. I know you can't see. It's just called Abandon. And so you load up into it, and it just says real time experience, and it has you pick a language, and then it just says you're here too early. Yeah, Blue
Huh.
Box Game Studios is what it is. Um, which is just weird. So that'll be before the next podcast. So keep your eye out for that if it's Silent Hill. It is a horror game,
Cool.
so we'll see. Uh, and finally, just because I just finished watching it, Kanye had his live stream for his new album. Fucking fantastic, crazy good. That's all I'll say about it. I'll do a review of it next week. Um, I also forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, everything you see or saw in our setup tours, I'll have linked below. Well, for mine at least. Hopefully, Jared went into details about his so that I can just look it up and put a link into it.
Oh, you didn't, like, watch what I sent you?
Not yet.
Oh, well, that explains why it hasn't been brought up yet.
Oh God, hold on. Live watching right now. Let's see how this goes.
No. God, why would you do this to me? Uh,
Did you send me two parts?
I think I did. I don't
You did.
know because it wouldn't let me send it one, but then it was being gay. I don't know.
I mean, it's not bad. Uh,
It's 8 minutes and you can't watch fucking 40 seconds ago. It's fine. There was a point where I'm like, all right, we're probably like 2 minutes in. I'll wrap this up in a second. And I was like, it's been 6 minutes. What the fuck?
you did mention what they were. Thank you. Thank you.
I did mention the names of
Yeah,
stuff,
that's all I
but I
need.
definitely couldn't remember the specs or anything
Oh, that's
on a
all. That's
lot of
fine.
them.
Mine was 12 minutes, I think.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I was sitting here like, I can't believe it was 8 minutes. I'm such a piece of shit. I should have made like 2 seconds. What the fuck?
Yeah, mine was 12 minutes. I went over everything, so it's fine. That's all. I just need the names so that I can like look it up and put in the thing I have going. That's all we got this week.
Yeah.
Nothing really much happening in the gaming world. It's been quiet. It'll be quiet for about another week or two. His Gamescom is later this month, actually. I think we'll get some stuff from Microsoft, and then the only game that's launching that I know of that's big is Ghost of Tsushima, which I'll play and review. I never played it before, but I don't think there's anything else big this month. Maybe Madden comes out this month. Madden might be next month.
Yeah. Like soon as fuck, actually.
Yeah, I think Madden NBA launched this month. Well, no, actually NBA is next month, I believe.
One of the guys who I watch on YouTube, who's a big Madden YouTuber, he posted like 3 days ago and he goes, "This is the last video that I'm going to post before Madden 2022, and he posts like at least weekly, so it's coming up.
Yeah. Let me see when it launches. I'll be playing that. I mean, I always get into it. Football season's here.
Uh,
August
uh,
20th. Wow.
so in like
That's in 2 Fridays.
14 days,
So Ghost of
I won't be
Tsushima,
home.
Ghost of Tsushima and Madden 22 launch on the same exact day.
Yeah, I won't be home for that.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know.
I don't know. I didn't want to seem like an asshole and like be like, oh yeah, you told me this whole thing and I just didn't remember.
No, I haven't said anything about it.
Yeah, it's really it. Same thing, different day. Grinding away.
Oh, fuck, that's what I was gonna say. So for those of you who really enjoyed the, well, I guess it wasn't really a podcast episode that we did, but more of a like hobbies, Cold Ones hobbies, I think is what we called it.
Right.
For those of you guys who enjoyed that, we have a lot more, at least on my end, a lot more talk coming that way, similar to what we did, like the guns and stuff. Whole bunch more, like a ton more shit coming up. If we do another Cold Ones hobbies episode, I've got a ton more coming.
Yeah.
A few more guns, stuff like that. So keep an eye out if you really enjoy that episode, because one of these days coming up soon, we're gonna do more. I mean, you can see we got something pretty big back here, plus other stuff here that you can't see because of the lighting. It's gun related, I promise. So like that, watch out for it.
Yep. And I know I say
We'll do
this
more.
almost every week, but there will be more content coming to the channel. Not just the podcast. The TikTok is being saved for our Marvel rankings, which we still have to finish.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the other day, because I saw a clip of something online, and I was like, "Oh, I really want to watch like Infinity War," and I'm like, "Oh wait, we like have to still."
Yeah, so don't worry,
we,
that's still coming. The TikTok will launch with that. Um, I will start doing movie stuff. I'm just kind of waiting for like September because that's when a lot of like 4Ks release. I'll be doing maybe movie reviews of those. We are playing more games like as a group that I can record. It's not me just playing by myself or playing Call of Duty.
Halo.
Yeah, we've been playing Halo. We downloaded Friday the 13th again. We played
Hmm.
The Forest. Don't at me. We're gonna play that one. We've been playing 0 Hour, which I'll definitely record.
Yeah, baby.
There's been another game we've been playing. I think that's it actually. Besides COD, like very rarely. Yeah, I think that's it. Halo Reach has been like the main
Oh,
one. Oh, Valorant, but
Valorant,
nobody cares about
Valorant.
Valorant.
Yeah, it's on. I literally already installed it. It was a waste of my
Yeah.
fucking time.
Oh, I didn't show off my new 4K movie. I usually do that every time.
Ba-bum-ba-da.
1 second, hold on.
Great.
Take control of the podcast, Jared.
Yeah. Don't you love it when he does shit like this? I don't even know. Fuck him. What a dick. Oh, yeah, Blu-ray. Oh, 4K. I forgot to show it off this week. Fucker. Like, here he comes. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing a little bit more of here in the podcast.
Did you actually say anything of note?
I did. Yes, motherfucker, I did. You sucking little shit turd.
Yeah.
Eat my ass. Fucking.
So this movie is Collateral, one of my favorites from Michael Mann with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx.
Fine.
Jared, have you ever seen this movie?
What's it called?
Collateral. Tom Cruise,
With
Jamie
who's in
Foxx.
it?
From like
Don't think so.
2004. One of the first movies filmed on digital, by the way. And you can definitely tell in certain points.
Never seen it.
Michael Mann obviously directed like Heat, Miami Vice, then a lot of trash after that. But this is kind of sad. I got it for like $5 first off from Best Buy. I got like a discount code for like a $10. Well, I got a gift card for like $10. This movie didn't need a 4K. I'm glad I got one. I only collect 4Ks right now.
Oh, big man over here.
Now shut up. I got rid of my Blu-ray collection. So I have this issue.
Oh, something I
like,
said was inaccurate. Then I
No.
apologize.
I have this. No, because you're kind of true. I have this issue where if there's something better out there, I want it. So like when I when I was getting into Blu-rays, I was super excited because they were all cheap. And then I got a 4K player and I was like, well, these Blu-rays, they're just not good enough anymore. And so I got rid of all of them. My 55 plus Blu-ray collection, whatever it was. And now I've restarted and grabbed a bunch of movies.
You should have see, you're a little bit of a amateur when it comes to collecting things, I feel like.
Why is
You
that?
should have kept the Blu-ray stuff. So, years down the road when you've got, 80K fucking cocksucking fucking gamma, whatever is out and when we're like 100, you could compare, oh, let me dig out the whole Blu-ray player and like dust it off and play and be like, look at what it looked like then. And then you fucking put in the Ass Blaster 12,000 fucking player and it plays a movie in fucking perfect 40 and you're in it, and be like, look at how different it is.
Right. Um, yeah, that would be cool, except one, it takes up space. Two, everyone said that about VHS when DVDs came out. And so no, I will just watch a YouTube video comparing it. It's the same thing.
I I still have VHS, I still have regular DVD, and we actually have a shit ton of Blu-ray still.
I'm
You're
happy
just
for you.
you're fucking douche apparently. It
Douche.
takes up space. My Blu-ray player that we have like 3 of them and they take up less space than my keyboard. And then all the DVDs, if I took them out of the cases, I could fucking fit them in the palm of my hand.
But they're in cases, Jared.
Except for like this far out probably.
They're in cases. That takes up a
All
lot
right.
of space.
Primary over. Continue.
I gave them my aunt anyways. Who fucking cares?
Oh.
Um, back to the fucking movie. Which I was gonna be a nice guy and give you the digital code so you could watch this movie.
Oh boy.
All right, you know what? This kid. All right. All right. Dude works one 12-hour shift and he acts like a fucking pussy.
Let's be honest here. I could have done nothing today, gotten on here and been like, I still don't fucking care about that movie. No offense.
You know what? Your dad's probably seen this movie. He probably likes it.
Uh
You should watch it. It's really good.
let's not give him too much credit.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the same person who thinks the prequels are the worst of the Star Wars
Oh
movies.
god, he's so wrong. Does he believe that even over Disney?
What?
Does he believe the Disney ones are better than prequels?
He believes that the prequels are better than the first 2,
Oh, okay.
which is arguable, but he thinks that 3 is just as bad, and that's a problem because the
3 is really good. It's like a top 4 Star Wars movie easily.
episode 3 is like probably my favorite, right next to episode 6, like episode 5 and 6. So it's like, what it is. He claims the only like redeeming factor was like episode 7 was really good, and then like he thinks the character like Finn's character is really good, which I mean Finn's character had the potential to be great, but was
Right.
dog shit.
Yep.
And every single time I go, oh, Kylo Ren was the best character, like he saved it. He goes, Kylo Ren's a pussy. I'm like, you're fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
All right, boomer.
And we talked, yeah, right. No, and I fucking tell him like, you understand that like they butchered that, right? And I'm like, you remember the whole thing with like Poe Dameron and Finn were like bi and gay lovers. He goes, no, they came out and said that wasn't true. I'm like, yeah, they had to because there were so many people. It's just so fucked up and but it's wrong. It needs to be decanonized. The reason that him and I had that conversation, we were driving down to Columbus the other week. I explained to him like clone troopers and stormtroopers. It was really funny. I told him I was watching Bad Batch and that he needed to watch at least the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars with like Ahsoka and Maul fighting. He goes, yeah, I never really understood Darth Maul. He's such a weird character. He shows up once, all of a sudden he's like he's so relevant now after Obi-Wan killed him. I'm like, you don't understand. Like Darth Maul is great. They actually did really good with his backstory, and I explained stuff to him without spoiling anything.
Yeah.
And then I explained like what the Bad Batch was and how like the clones like did Order 66 and everything. He goes, well, they're just stormtroopers now. I'm like, that's not how it worked. Okay, they replaced the clones. I'm like, you don't know the lore, motherfucker. He goes, oh, okay, well, they're just so not all of them are clones. Like, no, that's not how it works.
You
And
know
then
what's
and then I was like, you're the same one who thinks that like fucking the newest Star Wars movies are good movies. He goes, well, they are, and then that's when the whole thing happened.
You know, it's a observation I've made recently with older people in general. This is who wants to talk about movies. When they grew up, okay, don't give me that. When they grew up, they had characters who were one thing. Like even when you look at Luke Skywalker, his main trait was hope, right? Like that's all it was. He was hope. I guess it's a better example for like Rambo, right? Rambo was this badass. He only had one mood, and that was to kick some ass. Arnold, one mood, kick some ass. Rocky, one mood, kick some ass. Um, and back then they had a lot of one-dimensional characters for a lot of these movies. And they didn't have a lot of these movies that I feel like we get now that deal with emotions and certain things like that, and have characters who are badass but are also, you know, human and have emotions. Like your dad saying like, "Oh, Kylo Ren's a pussy." Like, no, Kylo Ren is just emotional and is fighting inner demons. Like, he's not a pussy for that. It actually makes him a stronger character because he has more than just kill, kill, kill. You know what I mean?
No. Kylo Ren is a pussy for that reason, what you just said. But overall, he's a great character. See, that's the problem is he's like, oh no, Kylo Ren, he's just a little whiny bitch. No, he isn't just a little whiny bitch. He's a little whiny bitch, but he's really cool while he's doing it. That's
No,
what
that's
he
not.
does.
No,
They don't
no.
understand how rad he is.
I think Kylo Ren has his whiny moments,
Bars.
but overall, I think those moments add to a stronger character, and I feel like a lot of older people can't relate with that because everyone they grew up with, like Clint Eastwood, was just that one way. Like if you ask an older person, like let's say 60 and over, what are the three films they probably say are their favorites? A Clint Eastwood movie, Rambo, and some other action film. And then you ask them their favorite TV show, and it's MASH. And I have no issues with that stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love that stuff. But like, it is nowhere near character wise what we got in the 90s, the 2000s, and where we're at now.
Yeah.
I was talking to my mom about something. What was I talking? I think she said like movies will never be as good as they were in the 80s. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, what's the best movie from the 80s? She goes, Predator. I was like, are you kidding me? Predator?
Well, hold on. In her defense, how many remakes are there being made right now? Movies from then.
Not
How
as many as you
many?
would think. We're
But
past
like,
that.
think
We're past that.
we're getting past
Well,
that.
yeah.
But Disney's the biggest fucking culprit of it right now.
Oh, well, Disney fucking
Fucking
blows.
Cruella.
That's not
Like
a
all
remake,
these.
though.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's fucking envisioned. Fucking
Well, no,
remastered.
it's a movie
Bullshit.
based on a character that's in one of their
Reimagine.
movies. Not
No.
reimagined. It's actually a whole different.
Boo.
Okay, continue.
No. Boo. Bad Disney. Be original.
Yeah, they
Don't
do need to
fucking
be
defend
original.
them.
They don't need to be original, though. They have
What
Pixar
is
for that.
Taiwan not a country? You China blowing motherfucker. Why don't you stand up against something and fucking?
I just did. I said Disney doesn't need to be original.
Mhm.
They have Pixar. Pixar is the most original thing in that company.
Yeah, but they shouldn't rely on Pixar
They
alone. They should
shouldn't.
actually
You're
be able
right. They
to
should not.
fucking
You are right.
Cruella. Oh, and the new Mulan movie. My girlfriend's mad at me for not watching. I'm not going to
Well, the
support
movie's
them
shit.
there.
Why would you watch it?
I'll support the things I like in Disney, like Marvel. Other than that, everything else suck my nut. I had a point there.
Your
Oh,
point was remakes.
yeah, fucking remakes, man. I like the Star Wars. Like, you know why they did that? For nostalgia. It
Well, they're not
wasn't good.
remakes. They're sequels.
It's like bringing up old shit. Not remakes, but like, oh hey, Star Wars ended. George Lucas was like, it's done. That's the story of Skywalker. And then Kathleen Kennedy's over here like, but George, money. And then Mickey Mouse is over here like, yeah. And then there's all this shit. And now they have to fucking decanonize it. And they have to bring in fucking Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. They have to bring back my man George himself to fucking fix the mess there is for the people who actually give a shit. Rambo, Last Blood. Hey, I'm old now, but I still kill. Cool. Fuck you. Don't talk to me.
But I will
There's
say
other
they made
examples
3
that I don't
Rambo
remember.
movies in the 80s and early 90s. So
Yeah.
it's still a fault. So here's what I'll say. Early 2010s, I will give you, it was remake central. You had a Nightmare on Elm Street remake, Friday the 13th remake. You You had a bunch of older movies being remade. I understand. There's, a lot of sequels to already established stuff, okay? I understand what you're saying. But we've had the most originality in the 2010s.
I'll give you that.
We've had, Denis Villeneuve with Arrival and Prisoners. You have Christopher Nolan, obviously, with Inception, Interstellar, kind of his whole thing, besides the Dark Knight trilogy. Because that was in Dark Knight Rises was 2012. But even if you look at Marvel, even though they're sequels to something, like, we've never seen something like that. That's a whole fresh new thing. The 80s started the sequel stuff because we got, God, 6 Friday the 13th movies in a span of 12 years.
Yeah.
And then obviously they went to 10, and then they had Freddy vs. Jason like 2004. And then with Nightmare on Elm Street, we got 9 of those in a matter of 15 years. Beverly Hills Cop, we got 3 of them. So in the 80s, they did a lot of sequels too. Nowadays, it's just more, I feel like it's more
nostalgia.
Scrutinized. Well, I think getting sequels is more scrutinized because the sequels aren't worth a sequel. You know what I mean? But the 80s were the same thing.
Amen.
Like, the 80s had a lot of shit sequels too. Just nobody watched them. Now it's different. If the first movie, like the new It movies, right? First one was really good. Second one was dog shit. But everyone went to go see the second one because of how good the first one was. But they shouldn't have made the second one.
Yeah, they shouldn't have made either.
You haven't even watched the first one. You should. It's not that bad.
No, it doesn't look good.
I'm not one of those people that's going to sit there and say, oh, it's a top 10 horror movie of all time. It's nowhere near that. But it is good for what it is.
I'm not going to waste my time watching a movie that bad. Like, I just see a trailer and know.
No, you can't.
I can.
No, you can't.
I've done it. I'm doing it right now.
You can't look at a trailer and judge a movie like that.
You're right. I'm sorry. Not a trailer. Just people talk about it. YouTube. I get enough.
People haven't liked the first one.
Yeah, it looks like shit. I'm not going to waste my time watching the first or second one.
Well, the second one you don't have to watch. That one's garbage. I'll give you that.
Listen. It's bad enough that I'm giving A Quiet Place a chance at some point in the near future.
Bad enough? Bad enough that you're giving A Quiet Place 1 or 2 a chance.
Only because I would let John Krasinski touch me inappropriately. That's the only reason I'm giving.
Why are you saying you have to give them a chance? They're good, solid movies.
Yeah, and since they're good, solid movies, I'm going to give them a shot and see if they're good enough for me.
Good enough for you? What does that even mean?
Means they may not be good enough for me. Means I could be wasting my precious time on something that is not good enough for me.
You need to watch it, dog. It's not that bad.
Okay, we'll see. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll be 100 years old in a fucking dementia ward, and I'll be like, yeah, throw on that clown movie. So by then it'll be like It 45. So,
well, they've only ever made 4 of them, and 2 of them were TV movies. Tim Curry, which he killed it, obviously.
4 too many.
No, the first one's such a classic.
You're right. Yeah, my bad. So 3 too many.
The first one's such a classic, dude, with Tim Curry. It's so good. That's my childhood right there.
Yep, Timothy Carrington.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Dude killed it.
Yeah, I totally know who you're talking about.
You don't know who Tim Curry is, do you?
Yeah, no, he's awesome. Love him.
Some of my favorite movies that he's in? You probably don't even know this movie. It's called Tom.
Probably white, right?
He is
what?
Yes, he is white.
Okay.
He played Pennywise in the original
It
movie.
Crazy. Did you know that Pennywise has like makeup on, so he could be fucking yellow or purple, or for all we know? You know that, Dick? It's white makeup with red. Maybe
it's Tim Curry. Only one person could do it that well, and it was Tim Curry.
Sure.
Anyways, back to my point. One of my favorite movies of all time, Tim Curry's in, and it's called Congo. Okay? And it's a really weird setup, but in that movie, they have a gorilla that can speak through like this electronic device on his arm. And they go to the Congo to find like these mysterious crystals, and it's fucking phenomenal. Don't shake your head at me. Don't shake your head at me. If you've never seen Congo, anyone watching this, go watch that movie. It's fucking fun.
So is this is this is he like Tim Curry? Is that like Steph Curry's dad?
No, that's Del Curry.
Oh. Is this the guy who did like the Santa Claus movies?
That's Tim Allen. Tim Allen's Woody from Toy Story.
Oh, so Tim Curry does Woody from Toy
No,
Story?
shut up. You're just doing this to piss me off. I hate this shit. You're just fucking thinking about a random Tim and you're like, oh, this guy.
I almost made a joke about
Go ahead. Let's see it.
I almost made a joke about a guy named Tim Allen, but like I just did that. I just did that fucking bit. So I almost went, "Oh, is that like Tim Allen?" And but I was like, "Wait,
Do you even
that's
know what Tim Allen's done besides Woody?
I don't fuck, I do, but you just called me out." Obviously, he's done the Santa Clauses. He's done
Obviously.
Last Man Standing.
Why do you know that
Oh,
one?
he's done a movie where there's a dog. Fuck, what's that called? That's actually a pretty good movie. He like gets bit by the dog or some shit, and he like turns it. It's like literally like a fucking like
Yep, keep going.
it's like a long shaggy haired dog.
Keep going.
I
What's
don't remember
another
the fucking
movie?
name. Oh, another fuck,
See,
dude.
you haven't even said the thing he's most well
Oh,
known for.
he's in the one with the thingy, the fucking the golf ball that he fucks. Wilson.
That's Tom
Oh
Hanks.
wait, that's Tom
Tom
Hanks.
Hanks.
Shit,
Oh my
that's
god.
Buzz Lightyear. Tim Allen.
And by
Yeah,
the
I
way,
don't
the
know.
movie we're talking about with the dog is Shaggy
Yeah,
Dog.
shaggy dog, crazy.
He was the main star in Home Improvement,
I
the
said
TV
that.
show. No, you did not.
What did I say?
Not that.
I said I'm pretty sure I said that
You did
because that's
not.
the
You literally said, "Oh, he did the what?" I forget what the fucking movie you said. Of course now. The one where he's bitten by a dog. He's
yeah.
Woody. He said
The
something.
Santa
Last Man
Claus movies,
Standing.
which
Santa Claus.
okay, that's what I thought was that show was. Because isn't I don't
This
know
dude
if I
really said he's the guy who fucks the ball on the island.
yeah.
Clearly, Tom Hanks.
I thought he was known for the Santa Claus movies. So I
No.
yeah, dog.
What?
He's great in those.
Yeah, he is, but like, no, he's not known for that. He was Woody before that, first off.
Well, I know
And
that
second
you
off, Home
fucking
Improvement was before the Santa Claus movies.
yeah, I might be mixing up Home Improvement and Last Man Standing because I've seen one of those and I know it wasn't
Well,
Last
let's
Man
see.
Standing.
In one of those is Tim Allen wearing a work belt fixing houses.
Yeah, and there's
Home
another guy.
Improvement. There's a what?
Yeah, and there's
There,
another guy,
yeah, there is another guy. You're right.
and he looks like the dude who sold stuff, but it's not him.
Old stuff. That's very descriptive. I don't know who you're fucking talking
Oh,
about.
Billie Eilish? No,
That's
fuck.
a
That's
singer.
I know. Oh, not Phil Swift.
Oh, oh, you're talking about the OxyClean guy.
Yeah, that guy. He looks like
Billy
him.
Mays here.
Billy Mays here. Didn't he get like stabbed in the chest or some
No,
shit?
he died because luggage fell on him in an airplane and killed him,
Huh?
or a heart attack. One of those two. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's what I thought it
Hold
was.
on.
He got like something stabbed him in the chest, and
You don't get
it like
stabbed when you have a heart
he
attack.
did an animal or
That's Steve
something.
Irwin.
No, Steve Irwin had a fucking stingray.
That stabbed him.
Yeah, Billy Mays had a similar incident, causing his heart to fail.
Let's see.
Billy Mays here.
Billy Mays here.
You know, I just want to say, everyone says Harambe was what caused the world to go downhill.
Yeah,
I
he had a
think Billy
cocaine
Mays.
addiction that caused a heart attack.
Wait, cocaine?
Yeah.
I
That
think
dude was
someone
snorting that
lied.
OxyClean. You know what I
I
mean?
think someone lied to me when I was young.
Your mom probably did.
Yeah, he's just. You remember Steve Irwin? That's how. That's probably what I was fucking told.
I'm trying to remember. There was a famous person who had luggage fall on and that died.
Wasn't it like the Swift? No. What was the orange cloths?
No, it was Billy Mays. So
Yeah.
apparently, before he had his heart attack,
OD'd.
he got he got hit in the head by some luggage and said he felt weird, and then died like a day or two
Oh,
later. I was gonna say, I
damn.
remember that dude getting fucking hit with luggage.
What were the orange cloth called? Bungees? Grubbies?
Sham wow.
ShamWow!
It's so bad. I remember that. I remember like,
I'm glad, dude. I can't dude, these things are like my brain is fried from all this crap.
dude, I
You
I
know, I'll
remember
never
like
forget Phil Swift.
I remember waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and that dude's just scrubbing the shit out of the coke he just poured on the fucking like table or something like that.
Didn't he like fuck kids or something?
That was Jared from Subway.
Okay, well, the fucking ShamWow guy was it didn't he go to prison for
No,
something?
but he definitely wanted to touch kids. You could definitely tell. He just the way he would sham wow that shit, like he definitely
The
touched.
look in his eyes reminds me of Cody.
Cody is a child fucker, so yeah.
It just he was
Not
like,
really, by the way.
ShamWow. He would do like he'd do this ShamWow guys or something like ShamWow. And it's
Was
like,
I
ooh,
think he
there are
was the one where
children.
he like had that
Lots of his
TV and he's like he said something along like, "You don't need this TV anymore," and he threw it out the window and broke the glass. Remember that?
No, that
Oh,
sounds
okay,
familiar
yeah.
though.
Yeah, I just
There
remember those Sham Wow commercials, man. I remember he would like squeeze the rags and it would like fill up the little beaker things. He's like, look
yeah,
at
and they
how
were like,
much this contains. Like, okay, man, it's just a fucking rag.
ShamWow. More
See,
like
when you're
just
doing
a
those
sham.
infomercials, you have to be on coke because you are
Yeah.
energetic all the time.
Have you seen the fucking like tweet where it was Phil Swift talking about how they had a Flex Seal commercial at like some motor raceway or whatever, and he was like, "Wish I could just, or it's postponed. We're not going to be out there today because of the rain. Wish I could just Flex Seal the sky." And someone's like, "Phil is now attempting to challenge the gods."
No, I didn't see that. That's pretty good.
Every time I like think of infomercial people, I think of that meme. Who was the guy who took over for Billy Mays? The weird guy with like the skinny face who made me think he wanted to like he looked and acted like an ex like fucking military guy.
I don't know. We were talking. Once Billy
He
Mays
took
died,
o-
I could care less about those commercials.
well, I know, but he was the main one who took over for him, and it was you could tell he had big shoes to fill. It just never felt right. Whatever, he was a skinny prick.
Any prick.
Jam, wow.
All of a sudden,
I'm
I
gonna
don't know how we
change.
got into infomercials, but we did.
Fuck, man.
They'll never be.
And
Kids
it,
nowadays
yeah.
don't know the struggle at all.
Dude, I can't even remember the last time I watched a commercial that didn't immediately make me want to put a bullet in my fucking mouth.
Dude, my mom still watches like daily TV, and I don't understand how.
You know, every now and again, I can watch some TV and be like, "That was great." Like, I enjoyed that. Like, it used to be whenever I'd go, like, visit family in Columbus, and I'd be staying the night at my grandpa's, like, I just fucking watch TV. I'd stay up late, put on one of the, like, good the channels for movies, and just watch movies I forgot existed. Like, fucking Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know why, that's a big one. Or, like, if we were ever anywhere, like, on vacation and I don't feel like whipping out my laptop or anything like that, I'll just sit and watch, like, fucking, like, Family Feud or The View or one of those shows, like, all day, and it's just like, I enjoyed that. Now let's not do that again for 6 months because I hated
Yeah.
it.
Well, after not watching commercials for years, literally, I went
Eh.
out in the living room a few weeks ago and I was waiting for my mom's TV show to end so that I could watch a movie on my fucking TV. And I forget what she was. I think it was Real Housewives.
Oh,
And I know. Listen, this is why I don't let her pick movies to watch. Okay, just because of that. And I remember like something was going on in the TV show, and then all of a sudden like a commercial cut, and it was like 4 minutes of commercials. And I looked at her and I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like you get 5 minutes of TV and then 4 minutes of commercial." Yeah, but like at the end you get like 22 minutes of TV show. It's like, yeah, but this is on for an hour. You get 40 minutes of fucking ads. However the time
yep.
works. I after that I can no longer go back. Sports is
Dude,
bad
my
enough, but man, that is
oh, I know. My
Is
dad has a thing where, like, if he's ever watching anything on TV, he starts up that show, whatever it is, and then during the commercial break, which is like a good
he
4-ish,
doesn't?
5
Is
minutes,
he one of the flippers?
he flips channels. So
Oh,
he saves it and he
oh,
goes through finding something else to watch, and then he just hits
oh!
last and he keeps going. So what usually happens, and it does bother me, but
Your dad's a
sometimes they'll find a good
criminal.
one.
Your dad's a
He gets
criminal.
like, we'll watch like John Wick. And so John Wick's on, we're watching, we're invested. But when every time it hits a commercial, if he's already been doing it and I come in, he'll just hit last and it goes to a different movie or show that we're watching. So like we'll watch John Wick, and when the commercials come up for John Wick, we go to like, there was one time where I was like, oh, Forrest Gump was one. We were watching, he had something flipping. So we'll watch like those two movies and it'll be slightly staggered. And it gets to a point where it's like, all right, the cool parts in John Wick are paused. Can we just watch like Forrest Gump now? Because all the fun parts are coming. And it's so weird because I mean, I get it. He fucking hates them. He hates commercials. And my favorite is when both movies are on commercial at the same time and he's trying to find something and everything is commercial. And he goes, I fucking hate everybody. And he just keeps clicking. He's like, this fucking sucks. Is there anything? And there's like some really gay show on. He goes, we could watch this. And he keeps going, he goes, but we're not watching stupid shit. And he just keeps going. It's always so fucking funny.
Yeah, your dad should be locked up first off because that's ridiculous. Um, I cannot believe that he does that. I'm not
Yep.
shocked too. He strikes me as that kind of guy. So my grandpa's the same way. He'll be watching like fucking a fistful of dollars and a commercial comes up, but he is the even worst because he'll flip to something else and he'll forget what he was watching first off. So then it's a constant flip of something new.
Yeah, no, my dad doesn't do that. He always goes back to whatever it was he wanted to be watching. Even if find something he wants to watch more, he already started something else. He'll finish it. So that's the good thing.
That is terrible. Old people are different, man. I don't know how they do
Yeah.
it.
Well, that's the problem. Is like I have that. I know that I'm sort of like that myself because if I'm watching YouTube, like I'll finish the video usually. If it's a really long one and I lose interest halfway through, it happens. But like if I'm watching YouTube and I'm like, all right, I'm watching things themed. For example, I'm watching Call of Duty themed videos today. But like there's little things in them that like sort of make it turn. So instead of staying in Call of Duty, I start like curving down into like, oh, now it's Battlefield. Oh, now it's like Siege. Oh, now we're in Halo. Oh, hey, it's Minecraft. Oh, why am I watching like people use real guns to blow up like fucking Barbie dolls? It goes full like a 180. It's
Yeah,
so
it's the
funny.
YouTube hole.
Yeah, but it's not like it's like, all right, I want to watch a couple of videos on COD and then go play games. And it's like, an hour later, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what the fuck is this?
It's even on YouTube because and you make fun of me for it, but I have YouTube Red. I don't fucking care.
Fucking idiot. I mean,
Yeah, I
what?
don't want ads. I'm sorry. But now whenever like I'm talking to someone and they pull up YouTube and I see an ad, I immediately go, "Man, you broke ass motherfucker." It's
Yeah,
ten
the only
dollars
reason
for
I'm
no
thinking
ads.
about it,
Worth it to me. Worth it to me.
ever since we fucking talked about it, I get ads directly related to whatever I've Googled most recently. I just purchased an O light for my shotgun. We talked about that. I went to watch YouTube right before I got on, like, because I got home, was eating dinner. I was like, I'm gonna watch a YouTube video real quick. And as soon as I click, it goes, there's a line of flashlights, and it goes, people think that flashlights are just tools, but what we do is care about how flashlights work. Oh, light. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was holding a burger, put it down, and went, what the fuck? And I fucking clicked it and changed it. I was pissed every single time. I wish we didn't ever talk about it because I was happy before it was brought up. I was content with my ads of random bullshit. And then we said
No,
it,
but
and now it's YouTube Red. It's, oh, you get your YouTube Red. Oh,
you know
you
what
want to see ads?
the
Suck my
line,
cock.
you know what the line in the sand was, and I've told you about this. One
The
day,
mattresses.
yes, one day I looked up the size of an Alaskan bed. I saw some random video about it. I was like, why do you need a bed that big? And then I looked up the dimensions. And for 2 fucking weeks, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter was all Casper mattresses and random ass mattresses that I could give a single fuck about. I sleep on a futon. I don't care about my sleep that much, okay? Like, I don't need this bougie ass bed. I sleep on a rock and I sleep beautifully, okay? And like, actually, I'm not going to show you that. Um, it's not made. I have,
My bed's made, bitch.
yeah, well, I'm an adult and I don't have time to make my bed. Um, so yeah, that's right.
That's ever since I considered myself an adult, I've been making my bed.
Well, good for you.
Makes me feel like an
My mommy
adult.
won't make my bed, so I don't make it. I'm joking, of course. But
Okay.
yeah, I just like,
Mom, is my dinner ready? I'm gonna beat her fucking ass.
hey, she does need to make my fucking dinner. But I just kept getting ads about all these mattresses, and so finally I had to go into Google and change. They have an option where it's like, I forget what they call it. It might just be called targeted ads or something like that, or whatever. And I had to turn it
Personal.
off completely. And then I went, literally the next thing I went on to was YouTube, and I saw a mattress ad, and I was like, I'm fucking done. And I bought YouTube Red immediately, and I've not went back since, and will never go back. I'm not doing it again. But Instagram is bad. We were talking about what we were talking about a few days ago. It was me and Cody talking about Microtex, which is a knife company,
Oh,
and went on to Instagram, and I'm getting all these fucking Microtech ads and all this stupid third party knives that I've never even heard of. I kept getting ballad song ads. And now that I'm talking about it, like, I guarantee you the next time I go onto fucking Instagram, I'm gonna see a Microtech ad. Be pissed off. You can't turn it off. It's so stupid. They listen to us. They do.
oh yeah.
It is nuts.
Well, that's like, and the reason I'm 100% on board with this and I believe it because I believe in coincidence, but there's the reason that I started believing in it fully. There's a couple who tested it. They would intentionally talk about buying cat food in front of their Amazon Alexa. They didn't own a cat. They didn't even own a dog. They didn't have kids. It was just husband and wife. That's all. And they would talk about like going and buying cat food. Like, oh, we should go buy cat food. Cat food would be nice to have. Wouldn't you want to get cat food? And after a week, they were getting targeted ads on fucking everything. Like it was Facebook, it was YouTube, their Twitters, everything, all like social media, all of it. It was cat food ads everywhere. And they're like, we don't own a cat. We like we've never shopped for cat food, not on any, like not on Amazon, nothing. Like, the only reason that this is bringing about up is because we mentioned cat food near our devices. And I mean, that's solid proof. And so that's why, I'm over here like I believe it. And I've got a fucking Amazon Alexa sitting back here. And I know that
That
there's gonna
bitch is
be if
listening.
I sat next to it and just whispered fucking like dog food into it, I guarantee I'd get fucking like a call from Amazon being like, "Do you want us to send you dog food? You want dog food?"
Hey, does your Alexa
Alexa
fart?
said, "What?"
Did you see that video where the guy's like, "Hey Alexa, fart for me," and she pulls up a YouTube video of her farting?
"Hey Alexa, fart for me."
Does she do it?
Oh my god, no, bitch, go to sleep. Um, so I said it, and she was like, "Okay." She's talking to me. Anyway, she went, "Okay, this is a something of me farting," and it went like a wet little, like a real small one,
Yeah. So if
and
you
then
keep
she went,
asking, she releases like a monster one.
she went, "Do you want to hear me fart again?"
Yeah.
Bitch, I said shut up. She's still farting.
I broke your Alexa. I'm sorry. Politely
There was
ask
like
her to
there was like
stop.
a really strained noise, and she went, "That was a painful one." A long fart.
She's gonna do it, man. We can't hear it, so it's just your reaction. Yeah, you're welcome for that. You are so welcome for that.
Off. What the fuck, dude? Am I?
Are you in the Matrix
Hold
right
on.
now? Yeah,
Okay, I felt that.
that's real.
She went something for extreme farts, and I was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
off, and she just went okie dokie. What the fuck is happening?
yeah. And you know, if
Oh
you
my
whisper to
god!
your Alexis, it whispers back. Your
I
Alexis,
did
your
know that.
Alexa. Yeah,
I did know that.
so the video is he's whispering to her and goes, Alexa, fart for me. And she whispers back, she goes, okay, I'll fart for you. And she does it. And he's like, oh, you little dirty girl. And she goes, do you want me to fart for you again? He goes, yeah, I do. And she wrote like this major big one. And I'm like, I'm sitting there at 3 a.m. on TikTok going, what the fuck am I watching right now?
I'm gonna when Rachel gets home from Florida, I'm I'm gonna fucking we're gonna be sitting here quiet, and I'm be like, "Hey Alexa, fart for me."
Now she's going to
Just
do
to
it.
see what she does. Damn it! That was a squeaky one. Alexa off. I don't like that. She
Where
never does that.
where is your
Okie
Alexa?
dokie. What?
Where is your Alexa? I can't even see it. Ah, gotcha. That was a dildo for half a second. That's fucking funny. Yeah, so if you got an Alexa at home, you know what to do now. Look at him in his little Halloween
Oh,
t-shirt.
it's one of the tall ones, and I accidentally twisted her fucking head when I fucking picked it up.
Well, maybe she needed it. Needed a
Maybe she
realignment.
fucking dead now.
Now I gotta get one.
You have a fucking Google.
Yeah, but it's not cool.
Hey Google. Good. She didn't answer that.
I don't even know if it's
I
plugged
know.
in.
Really?
It was supposed to be used for my mom to remind herself with, but she told me she doesn't like talking to robots, so she's not gonna use it. So I was like, all right, makes sense to me, I guess.
I don't want Terminator to hurt me.
Well, what was bad it was it wasn't hooked up to our Wi-Fi for a while. So for like 2 months, just at random times would go, your Google Home is disconnected from your Wi-Fi. Would you like to try to reconnect now? But it would happen at the weirdest times. Like it would be silent all day, and I'd walk out in the living room at like 2 a.m. to fucking grab like a drink, and then all of a sudden it would say it. And I would
Ugh.
just look at it, I'd be like, why do that? Like, do you want to get hit with the bat? Like, I don't
You
know.
want to get fucked up right
Yeah.
now?
But yeah, it scared me every time. Now I unplugged it. I was like, this thing's talking too much. I can't do this.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But yeah.
So should we like be done now?
Yeah. We turned a 15-minute podcast into an hour one, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at doing that when I don't want to.
Yep. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us if you are on, other platforms like Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, whatever it is. We'll see you guys next week. Remember everything that's in our setups that you saw. If you're on YouTube, we link down below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.
See you later, guys.